currently have an open line of dialogue with the Department of Homeland Security just to get a basic sense of what you are responding to when the police does in fact end up going to these scenes? Or are you essentially showing up blind at a chaotic confrontation?
Can you repeat the questions?
I will.
Yes.
Yep. So the question, Ernesto's question was, do officials in our city have communication with the Department of Homeland Security so that when these large-scale raids happen, we're not going in blind? So we do work with federal law enforcement literally every day around violent crime, around people smuggling fentanyl into the country, gang violence, those types of things. That is a part of our job. But our officers that do work with federal law enforcement have very clear directives, and federal law enforcement is aware that we absolutely will have nothing to do with anything related to immigration enforcement. So as you are aware, the one instance that we've had in this city, we were caught by surprise because of that. But yes, on a day-to-day basis, we are still working with federal law enforcement to prosecute people that are carjacking people in this city, that are involved in gang violence, that are involved in smuggling drugs and shooting people. That still happens. But no, there is no communication around immigration enforcement.
Chief, what preparations are you making, and what are you telling officers? Are you having have a riot gear at the ready just in case things get out of hand? And what have you been telling your officers in those roll calls that you've been doing?
So the last 24 hours, I had the entire command staff with me, all of the chiefs at roll call, the leaders from our consent decree implementation unit present, as well as our officers that deal with response to large-scale incidents. So basically what I do is I have the consent decree implementation unit go over the city and the police department's policy around immigration enforcement to ensure everyone is abundantly clear where the guardrails are, and to talk about additional guidance that is coming out. Additionally, we have our folks talk about, from a tactical perspective, obviously because we're not going to get involved in legitimate First Amendment activity, but if something becomes a life-threatening emergency with a large crowd, ensuring that there is a plan beforehand, ensuring that our officers are aware that, oftentimes there's multiple agencies involved in these things, and we're finding out after the fact, ensuring that our officers are aware that they're only going to take orders from people appointed over them in the Minneapolis Police Department, and ensuring that there is a plan if we do have to rescue a person who may be injured or anything like that, that there is a plan to get in and get out as safely as possible. We will not automatically respond just because someone has called and asking for assistance. But if something is an emergency, there is no time to talk about and have it go up the chain of command and say, are we going to respond? But things unfold very quickly, and we will do our sworn duty to respond to protect life when it's needed.
You've got time for about 2 more questions.